Namaskaram. In Mahabharatam, we are on Arjuna's pilgrimage, and we have covered his track from the start through to the Himalayan ranges, where he had met Ulupi in river Ganga. Ulupi, the mermaid who caught hold of Arjuna, and they had an affair, and Babhruvahana was born. Then from there to the east, Anga, Vanga, Kalinga, and Manipuri, where he married Chitrangada, the daughter of Chitravahana, and he married her on condition that the firstborn boy would be given to the kingdom, to the father, to be his heir. And then he continued south, went to the southern seashore, where he, from the 5 tirthas, he rescued 5 crocodiles who were apsaras, cursed by a Brahmin. And from there he went back to Manipuri, where Chitrangada had delivered a son who was named Babhruvahana. The Ulupi's son was named Iravan. This was Babhruvahana, and Arjuna invited them for the Rajasuyam, which would be performed in future. And he crossed over to the western coast and went to Prabhasa Tirtham. There he met Gaya, one of the Yadava princes. I couldn't get much detail on who this Gaya was, on the family tree of the Yadavas, where he would fit in, but I couldn't find. And Puranic dictionary only says there was a king. It doesn't even mention it as the Yadava prince. And Gaya told him about Subhadra, Arjuna's sister, as a very beautiful princess, suitable for Arjuna to marry. And Arjuna was thinking of ways to get her, and whether Krishna would help him, whether Krishna would approve of it first, and then whether he would get help from Krishna. And then Krishna got the message, though he was far away in Dwaraka, sitting with Satyabhama. And to Satyabhama, Krishna explained that Arjuna is at Prabhasa Tirtham and he is thinking of him. And Satyabhama said, then you should go and meet him. And Krishna went to Prabhasa Tirtham and met Arjuna, and they exchanged greetings, and Krishna took it was not Gaya, but Gada. Krishna took him to the Raivataka mountains close by. A great festival was being held there, and all the Vrishni clans, like Vrishni, Andhaka, etc. There are a few clans, and they would all the chiefs would go there. And Balarama also would go with his wife Revati. And Arjuna, Krishna took Arjuna there, and Arjuna saw Subhadra from a distance. He didn't meet her, and he fell immediately into love with her. And then asked Krishna how he could get Subhadra. And Krishna explained, though Swayamvaram was the prescribed means for Kshatriyas, there was some risk in it, because on the last minute the princess might choose someone else. So it is better to use force, which was also allowed for Kshatriyas. Take her by force, and everything will fall in place. But it was known that Balarama wanted Subhadra to marry Duryodhana, because Duryodhana was Balarama's favorite disciple. Krishna was also aware of it, so Krishna wanted to play it safe. He didn't want to involve himself directly. And Arjuna had taken the guise of a saint, and he sat under a banyan tree in Prabhasatirtham. And when these Yadava princes were going to Daivataka, they met this saint. Balarama also met him, and they all prostrated in front of him and went around him and asked him about which are all the places he traveled through. And Arjuna explained all that. And Balarama was impressed with the saint, and Balarama invited him to Dwaraka during the Chaturmasya. Chaturmasya is something to be explained, is a period of 4 months. Chatu is 4, Masa of course is month. Then 4 months where the saints who normally move around and who live on alms by begging, they stay at a place for those 4 months, and people would go to them and offer food, alms to them. And Chaturmasya, in a way, it is restricting, unless the saint gets a good host, he might be starving. So it was good that Balarama invited the saint, and he accepted. And Balarama suggested that the saint should stay near Subhadra's palace, and Subhadra should take personal interest in making sure that the saint gets everything he needs. Then Krishna pretended not to like the idea, and he did say directly that he didn't like it, because we don't know about the saint, we don't know about his background, and it is risky to admit him into Subhadra's palace. But Balarama said, no, look how saintly he is, how wise he is, how austere he looks, and all that. Balarama was very impressed. And Krishna said, all right, then as you wish. And Balarama asked Krishna to instruct Subhadra to take personal interest in the saint. And this started. And then there was a festival during this Chaturmasya in an island. It was called Dvipoltsavam, a festival in an island. And most of the Yadava chiefs went there to participate. But Subhadra couldn't go because she had to take care of the saint. And Subhadra also asked Arjuna during the 4 months, though we call it Chaturmasya, these days they observe it for 2 weeks only. It is symbolically, the 2 weeks represent the 4 months. So Chaturmasya is in fact 2 weeks now. I don't know about the time of Krishna. And Subhadra also asked Arjuna about the places he saw, and she asked whether he happened to go to Indraprastha. And in particular, she asked, she asked whether he met the Pandavas, and she, one by one, Yudhishthira, Bhimasena, Arjuna. And when she asked Arjuna, Arjuna noted the change in color on her face. And it was clear that Subhadra also loved Arjuna. And then they were talking. Arjuna explained all that. And the Subhadra directly asked where he came from. Then Arjuna didn't want to hide anymore. So he said that he is indeed the Arjuna, and he was in love with her and would like to marry her. And Subhadra said, of course, she also would like to marry Arjuna. But she was at the mercy of her brothers, Krishna and Rama. And then Arjuna explained to her about his plans, that he wanted to take her by force. And Krishna had promised to give his chariot to Arjuna to escape with Subhadra. We shall continue with this tomorrow with the rest of the story. Namaskaram.